BaddieTwinz, 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 BaddieTwinz.
What's up, Baddie Army? Welcome to another video.
And we have Telz right here, Chantal.
Yes, the party.
Yes. So we are just chilling and we just decided to come on and talk to you guys. You guys loved our little talk that we had previously.
Yes, guys.
So
I think
we're
gonna have our little car talks now. Should we name it car talks or Baddie chat in the car?
No.
We're going to name it
In the car.
chat to it at the car.
Mobile chat.
Car chat or whatever. I don't know. Girl, Uber chat. I don't know.
done about Uber chat.
Carpool chat. I don't know. Something.
Mobile chat. We're mobile.
Anyways, guys, what are we talking about today?
I wanted to talk about a little bit about the Diddy situation. Who is dating right now? That little. How old is the girl? Diddy. Who is he dating?
Lori Harvey.
Puffy?
Lori Harvey.
Oh, Steve Harvey's daughter.
Steve Harvey's daughter, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
think she's like in her early 20s, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow. So that's a big age gap.
Yeah.
And didn't she used to date his son? That's weird.
Apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she dated his son.
They
Wait,
said
which
that.
one? King Combs or Justin?
The dark one that looked like him, I think. She
Wait,
used to date. Was it that one she used to date?
I don't know
Let
which
me
one
see.
she used to date. She used to date one of them though.
Let me
I
Well,
think
that's the rumor.
Wait, but the dark skin one is mad young though.
I think it might have been the other one, the one that plays football.
Oh, that one. Oh, okay.
Wait, Puff Daddy is 49.
Oh, she's 22. So she's 22 years old.
That's a 27-year.
And Diddy is 49?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big age gap.
That's a 27.
Okay, so that brings a question. So what do you guys think about age gaps in relationships? Do you think that it's, well, she's 22, she's barely legal,
Yeah.
and he's this big grown man, like
That's a bit much.
that's a bit much, right?
27.
Like a
27.
man
That's-
of that age would want somebody closer to his age because age brings
Yeah.
Oh, it was
wisdom.
Justin Combs.
Okay, so that's a big ass age gap. 2 decades.
Like she is literally old and he is old enough to be her father.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Basically, yeah.
And a man of that.
But I feel like those are the girls that he normally goes for.
I don't know. That's.
But let's talk about this though. How
What do they have in common?
How
What do they even have in common? Like
Exactly.
he's so experienced. He's so experienced, and it's like she probably doesn't even know herself properly.
Exactly.
You think it's a control thing because when you're at a certain age, you could be controlled because your mind is not like fully matured.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But let's
control
talk
thing.
about this. How many years was Cassie with him for?
A long time.
And
I think 11 years.
And they broke up, and right after they broke up, now she's pregnant and about to get married.
She's happy.
After she was
Now
with
she's
him for so much
flourishing.
years.
She's
But this
happy.
goes to prove that you could be with somebody for how much years, and they cannot be your soulmate, or you don't want to be with them for the rest of your life.
Right.
And then as soon as you break up with them, you find somebody
and step outside of the relationship and you find happiness.
Exactly.
And it happened in such
Kids
a short
and
amount
marriage.
of time.
So-
Yeah.
so-
and
you
it's the
think-
same thing with Sierra too.
So you think Diddy just
Same
goes?
exact thing with Sierra.
You think Diddy just goes by like appearance, like who's popping now, and who's very beautiful?
Well, he
doesn't
does
really
that
go-
with his artists.
And he
so-
goes for younger girls. That's crazy.
Listen, I'm trying to get that prayer that Sierra prayed, because I want me a Russell girl. I want me
Yeah.
a Russell.
But don't you guys think that's creepy though?
What?
Like this big grown man is younger girls preying on younger girls.
Who said
Even
he's
though she's
praying?
legal.
Who knows? It wasn't her who wanted him.
I mean,
Because
that
he's
could
Diddy.
be it. I mean,
He's Diddy. Even though she's Steve Harvey's daughter, Diddy has a lot of money.
Yeah, but even though he's a grown ass
I think it's
man.
just a maturity thing and like a mental level kind of
I
thing.
feel like she's.
I just don't know
she's
what they
le-
could
in my-
possibly have in common.
I want to date somebody that young, but she's legal, so she can date
yeah, she could
anybody she want
definitely
to date.
date who she wants.
She could date whoever she date. But she dating his son before I leave a bad taste in my mouth, and he is disgusting.
I
if
mean,
she
if
used to date
that's
his son,
true,
if that's
allegedly.
true, yeah.
Allegedly.
But my whole thing with that situation is just like, what do they have in common? Like, that's a 27-year age
Yes.
gap.
What do you have in
like,
common?
So, like, he has kids that are around her age.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do they have in common?
One of his sons are 25. She's 22.
Yeah, so it's like, what do they have in common? Like,
It's definitely a control thing.
like mentally.
How did they even meet? She came over to hang out with his son or something. How did they even meet?
It's a control thing.
I mean, if that is true, then that's kind of weird. It's like, were you looking at my girlfriend the whole time?
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
you're attracted to her in that sense, like, you know. It's just
That's crazy. And he was dating. Meanwhile, he was dating Cassie. He was dating this other girl, and he kind of had her on the side. But then she did an interview and she was like revealing a lot of stuff about Diddy, about her not getting any money and stuff like that. And he used to abuse her, like beat her up and stuff like that.
Wow.
So this man, he just seems creepy to me. Dating younger girls.
Was that the girl that was on Unwind with Tasha?
Unwind with Tasha interview. Yeah, her.
Wait, hold on. He used to hit her?
Yeah. He used to domestic violence.
Wait, I don't know if it's something.
Domestic abuse.
You said domestical? You know what?
Domestic abuse, yeah.
And that's what she claimed?
Yeah.
Well, I say you're innocent until proven guilty. So we're going to use the word allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because we don't have proof of that situation.
Yeah.
But if it is true, that's just terrible.
That is terrible if it's true.
I don't feel like anyone should be putting their hands on anyone.
Anybody, yeah.
And that's vice versa. Like,
yeah,
I'm
domestic
talking about
violence
women,
is,
don't
no,
put your hands on no man. And men, do not put your hand on no woman. Like, that's just what it is. Because sometimes I see situations where women, like, are hitting up the man.
Yeah,
slapping them in
and
their
then
face.
when they get hit back, even though no man should hit a woman,
yeah,
you
but
should not
sometimes
be
it's
provoking
reflex.
it. Yes.
Sometimes it's reflex.
Sometimes it's
you
reflex.
might hit somebody so hard and they're left to just defend themselves.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what that hit could do. You could put that person in a head trauma.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you. So, you know, if that person is forced to defend themselves, it's like, how could you be mad?
Yeah, I think
You
it
know what
goes
I'm saying?
both ways.
It goes both ways. I feel like nobody should be putting their hands on each other.
But you know what? Even with the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation, I feel like she did aggravate him, but he OD'd.
Yeah.
Either they were drunk or something, because he OD'd. You can tell that he OD'd.
Yeah. It's like, if it's at a point where it's like you could walk away, regroup, and come back when you're just not in your emotions and everything is just like running wild.
And then even in the Evelyn and Chad Ochocinco, he headbutted her.
Yeah, her thing was
and
split
bust
open.
right here. How the fuck
I think it depends on the situation and the circumstance, because it could be a situation where it was boiled up and then they just like, I don't know, that's crazy though.
And you gotta know how to argue fairly. Like, some people hit below the belt, and then it just escalates.
Yeah, and I feel like people be doing that
in a relationship. When you're arguing, you just don't touch. You know that that's gonna press that person button, and you know it. So don't go there. Don't go there. And I feel like if you constantly threaten someone to leave or get a divorce or something,
what you
one
expect?
of that person one day is gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna hit the button first before you do. So I feel like those are two things that if you know you're not ready to leave a relationship, don't use it as a threat,
right?
And then don't hit below the belt. You know, you've been with a person long enough, you know what triggers them.
But it's easier,
exactly.
It's
and you know
easier
what?
said than done though.
It is.
Some of these women too, they should take signs. When you have a big argument with a guy and he calls you by certain names and does certain things, and if he keeps on doing and you keep on going back, what you expect? When y'all are angry and he's saying whatever, that's what he truly thinks of you.
There's no man that with a woman, and as soon as they have an argument, he calling you all the bitches and stuff
dirty
like
bitch,
that.
whore, and all of that.
That's unacceptable.
Like, ladies, you gotta hold yourself to a higher standard. Like, some of them men are just girl.
That's unacceptable. Like, you should have, like, if you wouldn't want anyone to call your mother a bitch or a whore, this and that, don't do it to us.
Yes, and if I'm a whore, why are you with me?
Yeah, that's not cool. And
so
sometimes
as soon
people
as
say things out of anger, but it doesn't make it okay.
Right.
And this is what I talk about when I say hitting below the belt.
Yes, and I feel like that's why a lot of people.
You could bring your point across without being disrespectful. And people gotta learn to know when they're wrong. You're wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't see it until you brought it to my attention, and I would try my best not to do it again. It's simple. I don't know why some people just always want to be wrong and strong, and then that's where it goes. It just gets heated and heated and heated. So
worse if it's two stubborn people. Jesus.
Because that person want to be right, and then the other person want to be right. So it's like you're not gonna have the last say. So.
And then when them argue, nobody now listen to each other for try to resolve it. Them just are ready for reply, and yo, that's crazy. But
those kind of relationships are very toxic. Very
and I'm not saying people are not gonna have disagreements. They are gonna have
definitely gonna have disagreements.
But it's the tone of what you say and the manner. It's your approach of what you say things. Like, not everything needs to be an argument. Not everything you need to raise your voice for. You can have a disagreement, and that's fine. But at the end, like, it shouldn't be a name calling or hidden or like, you know. I just feel like that's.
And then again, all of this what we're saying though, it's easier said than done. When you're actually in the situation.
It gets
because and then when you arguing, you're gonna say the nastiest things. You're gonna hit below the belt because you wanna hurt that person.
I think it gets crazy too when like people lie and stuff. And then like the person is lying, and then
when you know the funniest thing is when the person lying and you catch them in the lie and they're still lying about the lie. That is so aggravating.
That's aggravating. But at that point you gotta weigh the pros and cons of the relationship. Like, you know, if the cons outweigh the pros, then it's like, you know what you need to do.
But talking about lying, I don't think anybody is more of a lying person than my father. He used to lie about the
lying is not
stuff.
even the word.
He used to lie about the
you can catch that man doing something and stop him dead in them tracks, and he gonna swear that he's not doing it.
For example, our stepmother went in his phone and saw a message of him and a girl conversing back and forth, and when he came in the room she confronted him and she took up his phone and showed him. You know, that man took the phone from her and right in front of her face went into the message, read it and delete it right in front of her face and ask her what is she talking about. And then ending up fighting her.
No.
That's one of my.
She stayed.
That is my number one pet peeve. If you're a liar, that's why, I can't mess with you.
That's why some women be getting to think, because they, after stuff happen, they stay.
But I'm gonna say this though. Sometimes it is hard when you're in a relationship to leave, just pick up and say,
and then start over, right?
It's easy to say like, girl, I would leave him, this and that, but it's not that simple, especially when you have years and stuff like
kids.
That. People are gonna leave when they're ready to leave. Just hope that it's not too late. Let's just put it like that. I would never advise a friend like, oh my god, girl, you gotta leave your man, this and that, blah blah blah. No, I'm gonna have a therapeutic communication with that friend and see what is it that they want to do, because people need to leave when they're ready to leave. Because you could advise them on how much ever you want, like, okay, I don't think this is a good situation, I think you should leave it, this and that, blah blah blah, but they're not gonna leave until they're ready to leave. And I have learned that over the years with friends. Like, it doesn't matter what you say, you just gotta constantly be that supportive friend there for them, and that's it. Because that ultimate decision is left up to them.
Because no matter what you say, you can make a chart and give them all the bullets or whatever, and they would see it, but until they make up their mind, so I'm not gonna leave, them not gonna leave.
Because to speak truth, nobody really knows what really happens in somebody else's relationship,
and you don't have those feelings that that person has. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's easy looking in from the outside and be like, oh, I would do this and I would do that, definitely, but you're not there. You don't have those emotions, you don't have those feelings, you don't know that person like how they know that person, because they're with that person like on that intimate level.
So I get it, how it can be hard for somebody to leave, even in a domestic violence situation. It's just hard to pick up and leave.
Sometimes you just gotta be that friend that's there for them to talk to, for them to vent to, you know.
But even in that case, even in that case, that can
be draining.
That can be draining, and that can mess up your friendship.
Yeah.
Because that friend can stop telling you like what the real truth that's happening. Because stuff can get worse in their relationship.
Approach it in a non-judgmental manner.
Yeah, so that they can still trust you.
Yeah, but then
if they don't trust you, then they're gonna stop telling you like the truth, what's happening.
But then remember, that person's coming to confide in you. Their situation is it can be so bad that even if you don't even respond in a judgmental tone, it still can come off like, because you're giving your honest opinion, it could still come off like you judging
and that's
them.
Another thing, don't ask me for my honest opinion unless you're ready to hear
it.
Yes. If you're not ready to hear the truth, don't ask me for my honest opinion. That's just how I feel. Because
and the funny,
people could be upset with you for being honest.
Yeah.
You know.
And the funniest thing is whatever they're confiding in you and they already know the answer, but for some reason you telling them it and they get the realization, it's like, I don't know, they just backlash. I don't know why.
I think sometimes they probably just need that reassurance until they get to that point.
They need sometimes they need the strength and the push
to like, you know, to get the point across, because it's like, you know, like, girl.
Because what I find out with women too, women would be like really beautiful, have a nice body, have their head on their shoulders, have a nice job and stuff like that, but some of them will not be as confident and a bit insecure. And I think it's a trait
that's
that
not
man,
just woman, it's everybody.
But I think it's a trait that man has, like some kind of control kinda over women to make them feel some kinda, you get what I mean?
Yeah, like sometimes, and I think that's just like being in relationships with weak men. It's like they probably know that females' potential and they themselves are insecure.
And they feel very insecure. It's two. It's both ways.
They turn on the woman.
It's both ways.
It keeps her here and it keeps her feeling like she needs that validation from him. You know, and that's something, but that's a weak man's trait. And
that's the funniest thing. That's why women need to spend time with themselves first and find themselves so they can be headstrong against these men's growth.
And not only that, you can't look for happiness in someone else. You have to be happy with
first.
yourself.
That person should add to your happiness.
And I feel like a relationship shouldn't be your entire world. It should be a part of your world, not your entire
Anytime
world.
it takes over your entire world, something's wrong.
A relationship should be a part of it. Like, you're not my entire world. Like, everything doesn't revolve around you.
And
you're
that's
just going to be a part of
a lot of people
world.
try to find happiness just in a relationship. Happiness should come from everything, your friends, everything. So when you get in a relationship and you cut off your friends,
the simplest things. Working out and eating good, that's happiness.
Because you feel better about yourself.
Having a good time with your friends, that's happiness. It shouldn't be like, oh, a man is the only thing that makes me happy. You know, having an accomplishment, having like a promotion at work, getting a new degree, like that's
everything.
Happiness. You know, spending time with your mother, your grandparents, kids, that's happiness. It shouldn't just be around, oh, I need a man to make me happy or to fulfill me. No, you should be happy within yourself and spread your happiness across the board, not just to one thing only. You know, and it shouldn't alter your life so much that you feel like so devastated, like, if, oh, my happiness is gone if this person leaves. No, because you can't just put so much weight on another human being. You cannot, because that person is human and they're also gonna fall into error.
And most of these men don't even love themselves. They don't even know how to love themselves. So how they gonna love you?
A lot of them have past traumas that they don't deal with, you know. And a common thing that a lot of men happen to them is in their younger years, they've gotten heartbroken really bad and they've never overcame that situation, so it kind of like set the tone for future relationships that they have, that they're never gonna trust another female. But then you need to work on yourself, and if you're not ready to jump into a relationship, don't jump into one. Work on yourself, find yourself. make yourself happy, and then spread that happiness with someone else.
Listen, if you don't preach,
okay.
If you don't preach,
listen, I feel like me have a sit down with
sis is preaching down.
What's your name? What the woman name will fix people like?
Ayana.
Not on my watch.
Anaya
Vazan. Whatever.
Okay,
listen,
guys.
I don't know proper pronounce that
Listen,
name.
guys, we could go on and on and on and
this
on
got
and
serious.
on.
Listen, we need to have this car talk and talk about different topics.
Because this is really like, you know, therapeutic and stuff like that.
Yes, car talk.
And
with
we
Telz.
get to learn stuff more about each other and each other's views. Okay, so comment down below and let us know what you think about the topic.
What do you
that we
think about
touched on.
relationships?
Yeah.
What do you think about domestic violence? What else we spoke about?
The age gap.
Yeah, what you think about
age gap?
And what is like too old, too young? Let us know. I'm gonna drink my electrolyte water.
So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and click notification bell so every time we upload a video, you know and you watch.
And as we always say, guys, every day is another chance to slay. So slay, bitch. Yeah, see you guys in the next video. Mwah.
Wait. I know you wasn't about to leave without subscribing. And while you're at it, click the bell right beside it so you can know every time we upload a video. And girl, make sure you like this video, girl, and leave a comment down below, girl. Okay, girl? Okay? Right now.
BaddieTwinz. 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 BaddieTwinz.